Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're talking about Nintendo Switch, 3DS, PlayStation Vita, and more. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on PC with Yuzu, and Yuzu got a couple of updates. So as of mainline version 1530, there have been some pretty impressive optimizations. They've increased OpenGL ASTC texture decoding performance by about 400%. Yes, you heard that correctly, 400%. And Vulkan ASTC texture decoding performance by about 66%. Depending on your system setup. They've also reduced menu stuttering in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. They've reduced audio desync in ASTC texture-heavy games like Bayonetta 3 and Astral Chain. And for certain AMD graphics cards like the RX 570 and RX 580, there's an increase in Tears of the Kingdom performance by about 10%. For Sid Meier's Civilization 6, they have fixed some corrupted textures, and for Red Dead Redemption using the Vulkan backend, they have fixed some foliage smearing. And they also say here, unsafe CPU accuracy appears to improve Red Dead Redemption's performance and reduce slowdowns. And on top of that, the paid testing early access version of Yuzu also got a brand new update to 3823. This one fixes some graphics that were broken in Red Dead Redemption. It fixes flickering lighting in Red Dead Redemption cutscenes. And it fixes lens flare in Luigi's Mansion 3. Again, it's a testing version and some things may be broken. Moving on, and we're talking about PlayStation Vita emulation with Vita 3K, and if you haven't checked out the compatibility list in a while, you may want to give it a quick look. So as of this video, they have tested out 2,036 PlayStation Vita games in Vita 3K, and over 55% of those games are listed as playable. Now, some people may say 55% really isn't that great of a number, but I'd beg to differ here. 55% of 2,036 is over 1,000 PS Vita games as playable in Vita 3K. Go on ahead and check out the compatibility list. I'll drop a link in the description below. Next up, we're talking about Nintendo 3DS emulation with Citra, and Citra Canary got a real nice update. So as of Canary version 2589, it decreases shader generation stutter significantly, as well as decreases the overall amount of shaders that end up getting saved to the cache by up to 50%. That is quite a bit. This is an impressive update. Citra Canary is an experimental version of Citra, but if you wanted to check it out, by all means do. Head to citra-emu.org and click on download. And then click on manual download, and you'll find the latest build under Canary here, and you can pick it up for your platform of choice. Next up, we're talking about W.I.N.E, which stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, or W.I.N.E is not an emulator, depending on how you want to interpret that. And the development version of W.I.N.E just got a brand new update to 8.14. I'll drop a link to the full changelog in the description below in the event that you wanted to check it out. There's fixes here for Dirt 2, Civ 6, as well as Yuzu. Yes, the Windows version of Yuzu using W.I.N.E. And speaking about W.I.N.E, Proton Experimental also got a small update here, and games like Forza Horizon 4 are playable again. And in earlier versions of Proton Experimental, there's a GPU hang in Street Fighter 6 which has been fixed. And this one's unfortunate if you play on the Steam Deck and wirelessly. There's a fix here for Street Fighter 6 that would cause your connection to be listed as wired if you were using Proton. And that has been fixed as well. So if you're a Wi-Fi warrior, it's going to show up and more people might decline your matches. And speaking about online matches, next up we're talking about Apex Legends. And if you're playing this on Linux Online, you run the risk of accidentally being banned. There's a problem right now with Proton and the anti-cheat. Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like there's any distribution of Linux that's safe. So if you've got an Arch-based distribution or a Debian-based distribution, you're probably going to be affected. Hopefully there's a fix soon. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Let me know your thoughts about anything we talked about today in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.